This is the podcast where we talk about all things Carnival cruising. We've got myself, Trevor. We've got Jenn and Thomas here on today's show.
Woo!
And I do want to toss it out there. I talked to Reese yesterday, and he said he misses everybody, but he's not coming back ever. No,
Really?
I'm kidding. No, he didn't say that. But he
Wait,
did
hold
say
up. He didn't say he
misses
didn't
everybody.
miss us, or he
Yeah.
didn't say.
No, he said he misses everyone, but still, he's not coming. No, he's coming back. We'll get him on the show here at some point. So, but man,
woman,
it's been a minute.
We were gonna like do a thing. I forgot. Go and do a seance.
Well, it's too late now. You introduced us.
I could edit like backwards.
No, that's all right.
No, okay.
No, we aren't going to do a seance.
Well, oh my goodness. So
what have you been up to, Trevor? You are ditching us quite a bit lately.
What are you talking about? I've been here. Did you not hear the applause that interrupted the last show?
That was just messed up. All right.
What was great was I had no audio and I had no like microphone. And what I was doing was I was watching y'all's mouths, and I was just waiting for y'all to kind of pause for just a split second. And I was like, that's a good point.
You're just wait. I thought you were listening.
No clue. Had no clue what you guys were saying. Not until I did the edit. So,
well, you did pretty well.
Yeah. That's what Tom said. He was like, I thought it was Jenn doing it. I was like, it wasn't me.
I have nothing. I have nothing on this side.
Oh my god! You don't have a react button or nothing?
Oh wait, is that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait,
that's where the cheers are.
Oh my gosh!
This has opened up a whole new world to me. I'm very excited.
Oh no!
I'll be abusing these later.
Oh, so funny.
You have the video on the side that you can see what we have uploaded video wise, like the opening with Kendall.
Oh yeah. You could hit the.
Hi everybody, it's Kendall Fire here on the Carnival Jubilee, and you're listening to the Carnival Cruising Podcastaways.
Yeah, like that.
Like that. Cool.
Yeah.
Well. So,
this song is for the blue card Reese. Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you, that's how I know you. Go on, near, far, whatever you are, I believe that the heart does go on. Once more you open the door and you are here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on.
Oh, sorry. Best $5 we've ever spent on the show.
Sometimes this show is like a fever dream.
Yes.
And this is one of those times.
Yeah. At one point we had a budget, you see. $5. That went far.
It was like Subway, $5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Of course, now it's $6.99 footlongs.
Let's say that's the best $5 we ever spent. But man, so
it is by far the funniest thing.
Yes. Well, I gotta say, I've got a problem with you people because
bring it, buddy.
Guess what? Carnival is updating its loyalty perk program, but it's for the diamond?
Yeah.
What?
It's for the diamond lunch.
The diamond lunch. That
Oh.
is insane.
That you or I or Jen or Gary, we don't get to attend.
Yeah.
Hold on. Is that? I'm smelling envy. Is that
No.
envy I'm picking
No.
up here, Trevor?
No.
I think it might be. I think it might be
His,
a whiff of envy from you.
his platinum card doesn't get him into everything.
I'm really sad.
Oh, sad.
Oh, well, so they're getting a new diamond lunch menu, and it's for the high tier members, and
It looks pretty hoity-toity too.
it really is teriyaki pork bites, citrus cured salmon. These are the appetizers. Roasted pumpkin salad with feta and almonds. What even is an almond? God. So, I mean, beer cheese, broccoli, and potato cheddar soup. I mean, potato is not a soup, by the way. Artichoke. These are the entrees. Artichoke blue cheese fettuccine, grilled jumbo shrimp.
Jumbo
Rudy's
shrimp. Make up your
jumbo.
mind.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, like, I think the shrimp are big enough, and I think it's fat shaming. Also, free range chicken. How do we know they're free range? Really? And petite steak and fries. You just said in the name, you're gonna get a tiny little dime-sized piece of steak. So it's petite. I'm just saying this is a terrible menu. I'm glad this is like a punishment for diamonds. So I'm just saying.
You just a little bit jealousy in this.
No.
You know, I mean, I noticed it. You know, I think Jen noticed it too.
No,
you know?
Wait a minute. You're talking about jealousy. No. No.
Yeah.
I don't need a special lunch, okay?
No.
Feta cheese and almonds and
Beer cheese soup.
big old shrimp.
Little petite
the
steaks.
oxymoron shrimp.
I just wanted my why do we get stuck with the little shrimp? I don't know. I guess, they talked about for years updating these programs, and I'm all for it. I don't know if the lunch is the right way, but okay, that's.
Well, I mean, they've had the lunch.
Yeah, I mean, like they're updating the menu. I do know that. So, on the 14-day Alaskan, I did the 14 days when I went out for 14 in Alaska.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out that
how many days was that?
14, and so. When we went, they had a special lunch, and this is diabolical, y'all. I've never actually brought this up on the show, but this is diabolical. Megan got the invitation. It was a special dinner up on Lido. They were going to have like a guy playing the guitar, and like they put tables out everywhere, and it was really nice. And I got up there and I was like, what the heck is this? Why didn't we get invited? We're platinum. We should have been invited. And I mean, like a special menu, everything. And Megan was like, oh yeah, I got the invitation. It looks stupid. And I was like, this looks awesome. I was so angry. Oh, goodness. She didn't even show it to me. She was like, that's how much she loves main dining room, by the way. This was like, that's going to mess up main dining room. Don't think so. So, yeah.
Megan, you're amazing.
I don't know of anything that has ever messed up main dining for Trevor, because I've seen him eat dinner main dining and then go to the steakhouse.
Yes. Oh, in my younger days. That was wonderful. I've done it. but
I don't think Jen's impressed.
she's not.
Oh, I'm stunned. Is really what it is. That's
We were
Well,
really
see-
big into competitive eating.
See, I didn't do this. I was, going to just, eat my steak dinner at the steakhouse, and, Trevor's like, I'm going to have like an appetizer at the main dining room so I can have dinner with Megan and my mother-in-law, and then, next thing I know, he's like, I don't know if I can eat.
Yeah.
I ate an entire meal. And then he ate an entire meal plus dessert.
well, yeah. You
At
know
the
what? In that
steakhouse.
case, you powered through. You
Yeah.
powered through. You dug
Well-
down deep.
I will say, Mr. Kennedy fibbed a little bit because you said plus dessert.
Is that the
'Cause-
one where was that
Because
the
we
one where
did not. I don't think there's been a single time we finished that dessert.
No, actually, like one time I went to the steakhouse with Mom, and we took we both got the cheesecake, and they're the size that we were used to, and Mom didn't want her, so I ended up having to eat 2 cheesecakes.
Oh, well, that's a good problem to have.
I was just sitting up there in the
mean, you might not do it
in the
now.
cabin. I was sitting in the cabin just eating cheesecake.
How
It
long
was-
ago was this? Was this before the stroke?
Yeah.
See, now I'm blaming your mom.
Oh. She used to
Oh.
like you.
Yeah, I know. I could say the same thing about you, though.
Oh.
This podcast is getting rough.
It really is.
Wow.
That's too funny. Well, man, I gotta say let me see what the next thing is so I can.
Well, hold on.
the-
So we last week, Tom and
Yeah.
I had a
Oh,
very
yeah.
very important discussion. Which now that I know you can consume 2 whole meals, I think I know what your answer is going to be. The new tomahawk steak at the steakhouse, is that for 1 or for 2?
a tomahawk steak. I would assume that's for one person, but I
Because
don't
John
know.
Heald said it's for 2,
Yeah,
and
no.
Thomas took issue with that.
Well, yeah, because a tomahawk steak is only 1 ribeye with a large bone. I mean,
All right. I yield to both of you on this. Then.
Yeah, I will also say I've never had a tomahawk steak, so there's that.
well,
Okay.
I mean, like I said, get a bone-in ribeye, only extend the bone like another 12 inches, away from the steak.
That's my problem with buying one because then you're basically
You-
paying for bone.
Yeah, most of what you're paying for on the tomahawk is the bone if you buy one from like a butcher shop or something.
This is like if I was on the show last week.
Yeah, but then it looks neat, doesn't it? Well,
Yeah, it
hey,
really
you
does.
know what? Talking about the steakhouse, did you know that Carnival Cruisers recently revealed their favorite meal on the
Oh
ship?
my
Oh, really?
goodness.
Yeah.
What is it?
Tell me more.
Well, there
Tell me
is
more.
a
Did she get very far? Sorry.
Tell me
Da,
more.
da.
Tell me more. Did she buy you a car? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how the song goes. I'm just like,
It was pretty close. It was pretty close.
Yeah, you're pretty. That's
I don't know if that was actually like a thing.
did
but,
she
like,
buy? That's not
that's not it, but
all right. When it comes to eating really any meal on a Carnival cruise ship, there's several choices, and on newer ships, there's even more. Of course, there's the buffet on the Lido. There's the main dining room, and we've got Fahrenheit. But I was going to say 9/11 Fahrenheit 555 steakhouse, the teppanyaki, bonsai sushi. Oh gosh, the Italian place.
The Cucina del Capitan,
Yep.
Rudy Sea Grill,
Keep on going. Yep. Also,
Emeralds.
Guys, Pig and Anchor Barbecue. Okay, so John Heald recently ran an informal poll. If I gave you a meal for two at any specialty restaurant, which would you choose? Oh, wait, which would you choose? Thomas, what would you choose? Dinner for two. Where would you go?
I'm kind of torn between the steakhouse and Rudy's Sea Grill. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the steakhouse.
Trevor, where would you go?
Okay, so here's the problem. Megan is a vegetarian.
That's a problem?
I have to take that into consideration. So I would take Tom and go to the steakhouse.
Which we've done before.
High five.
Wow. Wow.
Well, she did have her mother to eat with.
Yeah, see, exactly. That's why she goes.
Well, let me just say, you two are in good company because the steakhouse was the winner by 58%. Bonsai teppanyaki came in at 16%. Rudy's Sea Grill at 9%. Del Capitano at 5%.
Wasn't even close.
Gigi Asian Kitchen 4%. Il Vagiaggio?
Yeah, that's
3%.
Making fun of the name because it's very interesting.
Bonsai Sushi 3%.
You can't shorten the name. I found out.
Oh no, you sure can't. You sure can't.
Hey, we're eating. We're eating at the Il Vag.
And Shebang bringing up the rear at 2%. So.
Yeah. Shebang, it absolutely bites. It is just, I don't like it.
Yeah, my one experience there was awful, but I will say that the group that went, I want to try it again just because the group that went back for dinner said it was amazing, and I don't know, but we had horrible service too, so that kind of like played into it. But it surprises me it's such a large margin that the steakhouse won, because bonsai teppanyaki flipping amazing, dude.
It is. I like the teppanyaki, but that's just the steakhouse is on every ship.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's why
it's probably reliable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and also I think teppanyaki is really fun. I think for groups.
Yeah,
like if it's two people, because then you're seated with other people. It's not super like. I think two people want something. I mean, obviously you two are going together, but I would want something kind of romantic.
Well, we. I mean, on my birthday, on the first one, we had the big group. So, which Trevor tried to get me drunk.
Oh my god!
He tried really hard
with the most potent bottle of sake.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
That was like what? How many shots of that did we get out of that bottle?
A lot. It was like I was feeling great.
Oh, I was too. Yeah.
So.
All right. So what else are we talking about today?
Did you even come prepared for today, Thomas?
No, I did not.
Hey, did you hear? Hey, speaking of kangaroos, did you know that P&O Cruises are no longer? Like it's done. It's a deal.
I thought P&O was still around. It just the Australian ships were being sold off.
No, I think P&O's done. I think didn't they only have 2 ships? I don't know. Maybe I'm spouting fake news. But anyways, Carnival got 2 ships from them. Might be their last 2. We're not entirely sure, but I'm fairly certain P&O is a done deal, since the article I read was pretty much about the death of a very long brand. So
well, it's a Carnival brand, and it's understandable that they got the ships. So
but yeah, so P&O is kind of coming over, but they're still, to my understanding, those ships are still staying kind of Australia, doing that circuit, all that stuff, which is cool.
I wonder if they're going to do it all year round because they've never had a year-round ship in Australia.
Yeah. Hey, and I would like to once again thank our Australian listeners. We recently doubled
I heard
our
we doubled.
listenership. Doubled our listenership out there. I want to say
So we got two
people. We got 2 people listening in Australia.
Is
Thank you guys
Australia
so much.
our fastest growing market?
It really is. I think we should only do Australian Carnival news for now on. I mean, I think we should niche down just a little bit tighter.
Yeah, I mean, they are our most active.
Or, hey, or our 2 listeners, do you guys want to start a podcast with us? You could be the Australian edition. I don't know. So we'll connect you guys. Let's talk. So
Or like to franchise.
Yes, we have a $5 budget. So
oh, look at that. We can double our budget.
Yeah. Well, you too could buy a video on Fiverr. So spend it wisely. You only get it once. So
oh my
well,
word.
anyways, so I, of course, being a loyal Carnival enthusiast, jumped on over and was looking at the Australian deals over on the internet. And yeah, so and once again, I looked and I was like, well, maybe someday. And then went the other way with it because, man, no matter how much onboard credit they offer you, it still doesn't make up for the flights.
For the cost to get you on board.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I will say that also that I had a cousin. She's no longer with us. I'm so, is what it is. I'm not speaking ill of the dead, but she actually went to Australia, fell in love with somebody, stayed in Australia, did not go home, and they deported her back to the United States. She got caught.
Well, so I have an old high school buddy. Once he got out of the Air Force, he moved to Australia and met his wife, and he's lived there for 15, 20 years now.
Yeah.
So he hasn't gotten caught.
Well, he's there legally though.
Legally now. It's really funny though. It was a great saga to follow online. I'll put it that way. So.
Oh.
But
wow.
Love at First Wallaby or something. I don't know. So Love at Wallaby Lane. How about that? That'd be a good title.
Love at First Koala.
Oh.
First shrimp on the bobby.
Exactly.
I don't know how to do a really good segue here, so I'm just going to jump right in. Hey, did you see that John's doing these 3-minute videos every day?
Oh my goodness. Is he really?
No,
he is. Well, you should check him out. But he did one recently about...
Wait, what did they say to John Hield? Don't make me come over there and fight you. I'll fight you.
So I don't know if they actually said anything, but he said it. So why not?
This is John saying it to us.
Yes. Yeah. So wait, what did John say? John Hield say to us?
So, well, when I get done,
I tried to stop the thing because I knew what you were doing.
Yep.
You might want to go fight him. So John took to Facebook to talk about the drink package. And I know, please stop talking about the drink package.
Yeah.
But the internet won't stop. So he wanted to talk about people who claim you can get a medical exemption for other people in your party so that you don't have to buy more than one. Yeah, get a snack. No, it's not happening. He said, stop. It's set up so everybody who's over 21 in a cabin has to get it. Full stop. This is not going to change. He spent the whole 3 minutes on that. So
is that a pickle flavored goldfish?
No, butterbeer.
So I am here to carry the news, help to stop the rumors.
Yeah.
Sorry about it. Sorry about it. The drink package is what it is, and it's everybody in the room. Well,
Yeah.
everybody over 21.
So, yeah.
Well, okay,
Right.
so I do get it that people would like an exemption for certain things, certain reasons. I just think that it's the people, like there's a lot of sharing that goes on, and I think that there, especially when you have children, there's ways to get around that, and so especially with booking the way you, well,
no, because they're actually cracking down on that now.
well, I bet you they are, but
About
saying.
room switching. They're I'd read somewhere that I think it was on John's page. I just can't remember when it was posted that they're gonna actually crack down on room switching. Because people are doing that.
They mentioned a lot of that whenever they were kind of changing some of the rules when it came to ages and whatnot that they could be booked into a room. But I still think it's possible, which I may edit this out, but I still think it may be possible that it is like if I book a room with Tyler and then Megan booked a room with Max, that if Tyler was, under 21, I could get the package myself and then also get a key to their room, or we have just an adjoining room and just keep the door open and I just walk over wherever I need to be. So just saying that there's I think there's ways to get around that, but they probably are cracking down on it anyways. So, but I probably won't put that on the podcast because I don't want to show up in Alaska and then this be like, oh, sorry, Mr. Trevor, you've been banned. So
you're giving wrong information,
which they don't do. Like, they don't do that to the YouTubers. I've dropped the beef a long time ago.
The beef does not sound dropped.
That's totally.
You dropped the beef like a month ago. You said,
I did. Hey, I will say this is scary. This is a scary moment for me, guys. I need a little bit of support. After I go on my next cruise, I don't have another cruise booked. What am I gonna
do? So I, we need to say this. This weekend was Kendall Fire's bachelorette party. Congratulations, Kendall. You go ahead and
Tom's been recovering ever since. He called me in the middle of the night. He was really upset. He discovered what was happening, and
she's getting married and not to me.
And didn't invite you to the bachelorette party either.
Yeah, didn't invite me to the bachelorette party.
Oh. Hang on. I got just what you need to take your mind off of it.
Hi, everybody. It's Kindle Fire here on the Carnival Jubilee, and you're listening to the Carnival Cruising Podcastaways.
So that should
that better, right?
You feel lots better, right?
But
oh, it's great, dude. Oh. Oh. Well, I don't have anything else, like I said, but I don't have another cruise booked, was what I was getting at. And now I'm really scared.
When is your next cruise?
It's like in 4 or 5 days. So
and then nothing.
Like yeah, and then nothing.
Actually, it's sooner than that, dude.
Is it? I don't know.
It's like the first week in May, isn't it?
No, it's like the last weekend or last week in May. It goes in May to June.
That doesn't. No.
Yeah.
I thought it was the first week in May. Okay.
I could pull it up, but I've got a grump dog over here.
Yeah. So. All right. Well, if that's all, remember, you are loved. You are whatever, and whatever else Trevor says.
Mm-hmm. And whatever you put on YouTube is on the cruise.
Mm-hmm. And then there's something, very
insightful
from Jenn. Yeah.
And at some point in the future, someone will have a breakfast burrito in a hand.
Yeah.
Or maybe in their foot if they're really flexible.
Foosball table. Bye.
Bye.
Adios, everybody.
Later.
Yeah.